I just want to let you know that this video is part of our Career Accelerator course on cybertrainingpro.com. So if you enjoy the content and you want to see the full course, head on over to cybertrainingpro.com or check out the link that's in the description. All right, let's do this. Chances are good that if you're watching this video, you've probably heard of certifications in cybersecurity before. Whether that means that you're just starting your cybersecurity journey or you've been in the industry for a while, it's something that we all think about. One of the major downfalls for professionals of all levels is that they don't always actually understand the role that certifications play in their career. This leads to either blindly following or resisting certifications altogether. In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of certifications in cybersecurity so that you're better prepared for your career and how to succeed. So we're going to start out with a discussion on certifications themselves, then we'll talk about some common certification vendors, followed by both benefits and downsides of certifications, and finally we're going to wrap things up with the best certifications. Okay, so what are certifications exactly? When we look at industries or professions that exist in the world, some have professional licenses or professional certifications that are an actual requirement to work in that career field. For example, to become a doctor, a civil engineer, or a lawyer, there are specific credentials that you have to have. Sometimes these credentials require a ton of extra schooling, but the point is that you're not official until you actually have them. In cybersecurity, we don't have official requirements to work in the industry, but we do have certifications. Our certifications show that you're able to study a subject and then pass a certification exam, but the path to get there is whatever you want it to be. You can tell that somebody has a certification because they'll have the paper certificate, a plaque, or letters next to their name on LinkedIn. All right, so now I'm sure you're curious about the different vendors who offer cybersecurity certifications. If you haven't noticed, there's a ton of certification vendors out there for cybersecurity. Now, a vendor is a company that develops and maintains either one or many different certifications. Some of the more popular options include CompTIA, GIAC, ISACA, and ISC Squared. Now, over the last several years, we've started to see brand new vendors pop up, but we've also seen major brand names like Google that are trying to get in the game too. With so many companies in this space, the issues that we face aren't typically related to the amount of content, but more so which vendor to pursue for the biggest return on your investment. Now, spending money on vendors or certifications that don't really matter can really slow down your career progress if you're not careful. Now that you know more about certifications in general, let's talk about the benefits that certifications provide. When it comes to benefits, there's really three main benefits that certifications provide. The first benefit is that certifications give you a very structured learning approach. Certifications are typically created by industry experts, and they'll also use study groups or the input of others to develop the required knowledge areas. Once you start getting certified, vendors will send out surveys to find industry professionals who want to help create exam content or identify important areas. For somebody who's completely brand new to cybersecurity or new to an area in general, this is a huge benefit because you don't know what you don't know. Certifications also allow you to learn an area much quicker than if you were doing it just on your own. If you had to gather all that material and determine which topics were needed, that's going to be a challenge and it would take you forever as a newbie. The final major benefit is that certifications make it easy to display a baseline of knowledge to employers. Making an employer's life easier can keep your resume from getting easily discarded when you apply to jobs. All right, let's take a second to talk about Cyber Training Pro.
Are you tired of overpaying for cybersecurity training? Are you interested in training from industry professionals? Are you looking for cybersecurity career services? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then cybertrainingpro.com is the perfect platform for you. At Cyber Training Pro, we're a one-stop shop for all your cybersecurity needs. We can train you for industry certifications or just improve your overall knowledge and skills in a certain area. Unlike other platforms, we don't stop there. We can also coach you throughout your career, practice your interview skills, or create a high-performing resume with our career services. CybertrainingPro.com isn't just another training platform. Students get exclusive access to our private community where we go beyond training courses to provide additional content, tips and tricks, and engagement with both other students and staff. Look, by the year 2025, there could be as many as 3.5 million job openings in cybersecurity. With so much opportunity, why not maximize your career potential with a platform that cares about your success? Come join us at cybertrainingpro.com and start building your future today.
Okay, let's get back to the content. So let's talk about the cons or the downsides now. The first downside is that certifications are only the start of your journey into cybersecurity or into a new knowledge area. One of the misconceptions that I hear all the time is that certifications are going to get you to a professional level of knowledge, and that's not typically the case. Certifications cover a small subset of knowledge areas, and they can prepare you enough to be ready, but you have to be ready to learn on the job too, because that's not the end of it. Another downside is that depending on the certification exam refresh cycle, you might be learning information that's changed. Typically, vendors refresh their exams every 3 years, so it's entirely possible that you might be learning dated information. Most certifications also require you to pay a maintenance fee either every year or every renewal cycle to remain current. These can range anywhere from $50 all the way to several hundreds of dollars. Tied to maintenance fees is usually a CPE or continuing education credit requirement. This means you have to attend classes, watch webinars, or achieve additional certifications to maintain a current status. Now, some of these ways might be free, but they might also require you to pay additional costs just to maintain things. And then when you get that new certification, guess what? It's the same thing. It's a never-ending cycle. Now, I know at this point, you're curious about the best certifications to pursue, so let's shift gears again. When it comes to the best certifications, something that you have to keep in mind is the best today does not mean that that's going to be the best tomorrow. Certification demand changes over time as new options are released and they grow in popularity. If new areas develop, then certifications in those areas might become important. How do we find the best certifications though? First, it starts with the job search. One of the most effective ways to finding out which certifications are best is by searching for the jobs with the title that you want and looking what they list. For example, cybersecurity engineer or analyst, chief information security officer, you get the idea, these kind of titles. Look for trends in the job postings, and this is going to help you determine the most commonly mentioned certifications for that job title. Too often, people pick a certification because it sounds impressive, or they assume that the demand is there for any certification, and that's just not the case. When you're looking at certifications, you should ask yourself, do employers want this? If the answer is no, it shouldn't be on your radar until you've exhausted all other options. Next, you should use trends in the market. If you start seeing technologies mentioned a lot in the news or in industry groups, that should signal your interest. Trends can be early stage where adoption is small, mid stage with a growing adoption, or late stage where almost everybody is adopting something. Usually these trends are around technology, so for example, cloud. Following the trends helps prepare you for the next several years as things start to evolve. Third, you can make educated predictions or guesses about where things are going. To do this, you need to do the other things that we've already talked about because that helps educate you on where things are and which trends are hot. Thinking this far into the future is more speculative because you might guess wrong, but that's also why we put this last in the order of operations. If you guess right though, you could be an early subject matter expert and reap the early benefits of that designation. I can't stress the importance of certifications enough. There's no question that the pros outweigh the cons, but you need to follow the order of operations when you're selecting certifications. Ultimately, you're trying to satisfy what employers currently want or what they'll want in the future so that you can land the great jobs and then expand how you see fit. Question of the day. What do you think about certifications? Are they good? Are they bad? Are you indifferent? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the description for more resources related to this video, and I'll see you next time.